Programming is the language of problem solving with computers. It helps us automate repetitive tasks, handle large amount of data quickly, and improve accuracy and efficiency. With programming, we can build applications, websites, games, and software that make our everyday life easier. For example, food ordering apps, banking systems, YouTube, online shopping platforms, and even hospital management systems, all of these use programming. So, programming is not just about writing code, it's about solving problems and making computer work for us. So, what exactly is programming? Programming is simply the process of giving instruction to a computer to perform a specific task. These instructions are written using programming languages such as Python, Java, JavaScript, C, and C++. Think of programming in a simple way: problem, instructions, computer, result. We first identify a problem. Then we provide an instruction to solve that problem. The computer follows those instructions and produce the required result. That is the basic idea behind programming. Let's understand this with a simple real world example. Imagine a food ordering application called FoodKart. A customer wants to order two pizzas, one burger, and two juices. Now the application needs to calculate the total cost of the order. It also needs to confirm whether order was successfully placed. But how does the application do this? It uses programming. Let's see how we can solve these problems step by step. So what is the actual problem here? The problem is how can food cart calculate the total amount for the customer's order? The solution is straightforward. We need to know the price and quantity of each food item. Then we multiply the price by the quantity. Finally, we add the cost of all the items together. For example, the cost of the pizzas plus the cost of the burger plus the cost of the juices. We will give us to the total order amount. This is a simple programming problem. In programming, many problems can be understood using a simple model: input, process, output. Let's understand each part. Input is the information given to the program. Process is the operation or calculation performed on the information. And output is the final result produced by the program. Now let's apply this to our food cart example. The input is the food item, price and quantity. The process is multiplying the price by the quantity for each item and then adding all the costs. And the output is the total cost and order status. So remember, input goes in, processing happens, and output comes out. What is an algorithm? Now that we understand the problem, input, process, and output, let's talk about algorithm. An algorithm is a step-by-step procedure used to solve a problem. Think of an algorithm like a recipe. When you want to cook something, you need ingredients, and a sequence of steps. For example, first prepare the ingredients, then follow the cooking steps. Finally, you get the finished dish. Programming works in a similar way. We have the input, we follow a series of steps, and finally we get the output. So, an algorithm tells us how to solve a problem step by step. Now, let's create an algorithm for our FoodKart application. Step 1, start. Step 2, get the food item, price and quantity. Step 3, calculate the price multiplied by quantity. Step 4, repeat this process for all the food items. Step 5, add all the costs together. Step 6, display the total amount. Step 7, process the order. Step 8, show whether the order was successful or failed. And finally, stop. This is an algorithm. It gives us a clear sequence of steps for solving the problem. Once we have the algorithm, we can convert these steps into actual programming code. So, while solving the problem, find the how many paths are there to solve the problem and select the appropriate one which will optimize the solution. Let's take another simple example for input, process, and output. Suppose the input is 5. We want to generate the multiplication table of 5. The process is to multiply 5 by numbers from 1 to 10. So the output will be 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15. And this continues up to 5 times 10 is 50. So once again we can see the same pattern. Input, process, output. Input is 5. The process is multiplication from 1 to 10 and output is multiplication table of 5. Key takeaways. So what is the key takeaways from this presentation? Programming is problem solving. Whenever you face programming problem, ask yourself 5 simple questions. What is problem and what are the inputs? What process should happen? What should be the output? And finally, what algorithms can solve the problem? If you understand these concepts, learning any programming language becomes much easier. So always remember problem, input, process, output, algorithm. This is one of the fundamental ideas behind programming. And once you learn how to think in this way, you are ready to start writing programs. Thank you.